Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to paint my Screamer Killer from the Leviathan box set, and I'm super happy about that, to be honest, because this is like a super cool looking miniature. It looks great. It's like a big chunky monster and I have been postponing it for too much, so now it's the time that I'm going to finally proceed and paint this miniature. It looks great and I like it. So first of all, of course, I'm going to prime the miniature with Chaos Black from Citadel. And after that, I'm going to apply some technical paint in the bottom. In this case, I will use Stirland Matte. It's the one that I use for my Tyranids. And after that, I will start painting. So let's start. Miniature primed, technical paint almost dried. I cannot wait to start painting the miniatures, so I will start right now. I will just try to avoid not touching the base, and right now I will use the two main colors for my Tyranid color scheme, the base colors basically. So first of all, I'm going to use Cantor Blue, and I will use this one for every single part of the miniature that I'm going to consider like as a hard part. And then I will use Demonette Hide, and I will use this one for every part of the miniature that I want to consider more like soft or skin parts, like for example the tail or all these inside parts. I do a slightly different color scheme than the usual Tyranids color schemes, so I hope that it will be fun. Let's continue. This is how my Screamer Killer is looking right now, and as you can see, all the base colors are applied to the miniature. This is like the base, but these are not the colors that I want to start to work with. I want something slightly different, and that's why here I have some shades that I will apply right now. And first of all, for all the skin parts, I mean basically for the violets that we can see here, I'm going to apply Druchii Violet. And for all the blue parts that we can see in the miniature, I'm going to apply Null Oil. And after that, I should have the colors that I want to start painting the details of the miniature. So let's do it. After applying the shades, this is how my Screamer Killer looks like. I'm super happy with the result, and I really like how it looks right now, because these are the proper base colors that I want for my color scheme, and it looks quite nice. I really like it. It looks a lot of creature from outer space, and that makes me happy. And the only issue that I have right now is that while I was waiting for the shades to dry nicely, I realized that I started to hate the base of the miniature, because it's like super empty, and we have like one solitary rock here, and it was a little bit sad to me, like, okay, we have this huge open base and there's only like one rock here, so it's going to be like too empty. And that's why I decided to try something cool with it, because it was like an opportunity to do something, and I'm going to do it now. I will use some green stuff to put all these bits together. The main part is going to be that I want to have like a space marine there, and I'm going to use this leftover body. This one, it's the, let's say, the leftover body from the aggressor's kit, because this is a sergeant, and you can see here the necklace. This one doesn't have, because this is supposed to be like a normal one. It's like an alternative build. And it's perfect for me, because it's half of the body, so I will be able to cover it nicely with technical paints or some bits or something, and it will look like it's under a lot of I don't know, rocks or things. And I will use also like this arm with a grenade that I never used. This one, I think it was from the Heavy Intercessor's kit. And aside from that, I have like some shoulder pads, these are pieces of sprue that I cut it. And I will try to also use some other elements like this kind of stuff. And this is a weapon that I chopped off. Who knows why? I don't remember. And this is like this is for the bread. This is for the bread. You should know what it is with saying it. And I will try to assemble here like a Space Marine laying down. I will put everything together. I should have done this much earlier, but it's something that I decided to do after. It's never too late, so hopefully it will look nice and much better. It will look cool, so let's do it. And this is the result of what I made. Here we have a brave Space Marine doing the ultimate sacrifice. He has like a grenade on his hand, so it's there to fight for the Emperor until the end. And as you can see, I kind of wanted to incorporate this rock here and like trap his arm under it, so it should look something like this. Of course, right now, the next step is going to be to wait for the green stuff to dry nicely. Optimal waiting time should be like 24 hours, and after that I will prime this part by itself with the Chaos Black. I will try to paint it a little bit, and then I will glue it again here in this specific spot. I think that it will look nicer. And then of course I have like another bits here. I will try to add them to the surroundings, because the main spot was to have like something going on aside from this rock, and now I want to have something going on aside from this one, because if we have like if the Space Marine is buried, I want to have like more elements around. It should look nice, and this is how it's going to look after a while. And let's continue. And here we have our Space Marine hero already primed in Chaos Black from Citadel. I even painted myself a little, but it doesn't matter. And now I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to paint it actually like an Ultramarine, because I want to paint like an Ultramarine. I don't have too much colors for that, but I will try to use what I have. Of course, for the shoulder pads and the symbols, I will use Balthasar Gold and then Retributor Armor for the highlights. I will use for the blues what I have, basically. I will start with my darker blue, this Cantor blue. Then I will try to add some highlights in Alaiotic blue, and maybe I will try to add some Thousand Suns blue to it. I'm not quite sure. And then for the rest of the parts, like the inside parts of the power armor, it will be black right now. And for the eyes, I'm not sure which red I will use, but I will probably do the same way that I use for my Black Templars. Check the videos of my Black Templars, by the way. And let's continue. This is how the base is looking right now, and I'm happy with the result. And now, of course, we are going back to the very beginning, so I'm going to apply more technical Sterland matte, and I'm going to try to make like a nice transition between the new things that I added and the previous base. And after that, it will be just let it dry, and it should look nice. So let's see how it will be. Okay, so as you can see here, I painted the rocks and a little bit of the surroundings with Dawnstone, that is a light gray, to make sure that the rocks look like rocks and these destroyed parts. So it's kind of look like the Space Marine is like half buried because there was something there and it got broken. So it's kind of okay. I try to look it a little bit. I try to make it look a little bit cohesive. And now for the rest of the base, I will use Rackard Flesh, and I will dry brush this one over the rest of the base. And after that, it should look almost complete, so let's do it. And now that I'm much more happy with the base of my Screamer Killer, it's going to be the time to actually finish painting it. And for that, as I usually do for the color scheme that I'm using for my Tyranids, for the violet parts that we can see here in the miniature, I'm going to use Slanesh Gray for the highlights. And after that, I will use two colors to highlight the blue parts. I will use the Alaiotic Blue. And then for the parts that I want to be the most highlighted, I'm going to use also Hoth Blue. And after that, it should look much better and almost finished, so it's going to be fun. Let's continue. This Screamer Killer is looking like one of my Tyranids, and I'm quite happy with the results right now. It looks like it should look. It looks a little bit lighter here because, of course, I have too many lights on this miniature, but it's a little bit darker than it seems here. And now we have some details to finish, of course. First of all, for the claws, right now they are like black, and I would like to add some highlight, and for that I'm going to use Dawnstone, because like this they should look like they are actually painted. I will use it in the claws, and I will use it also in the feet of the miniature. And then we have the details in the face. For the eyes, I'm going to use Eagle Yellow. And for the tongue, I will use Screamer Pink. And then finally for the teeth, I will add Corax White. And after that, I think that the miniature should be like basically finished. And let's continue, because I want to see how it will look. And this is it, another Tyranid monster ready to join my army, and I'm super happy with how it looks. I like how my color scheme suits this monster actually, so I'm quite happy with that. And especially I'm super happy with the base, because I was a little bit worried when I started doing it, but I think that it looks quite nice, and I'm happy with how it looks. I'm super happy that I painted an ultramarine today. I'm sorry that it was in these circumstances, but I think that it suits nicely the base, and it's less empty, so now there's like something going on here, and I'm quite happy with that. And as usual, thank you very much for watching. If you're still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much, and see you next time.